I swear, the more that I look at that building, the more I think it has like a little face with squinty eyes. I've got to stop looking at that. Anyway, hello and welcome back. I'm Alright too, and you are watching Bevo's Tech Pack, episode number 45, I believe. I'll be honest, I'm not so good with the numbers. I really don't pay attention. So this is a nice Monday morning, I hope. Well, Monday anyway. Maybe not morning. Maybe Tuesday. Whenever you watch it. Hope it's a nice day. Over the weekend, I started my first non-Minecraft series. I've done a few other videos and stuff, but I mean, this is the first one of a real video series for Hydrophobia. It's a little dinky game. It's, I think, $5 on Steam right now, so it's fairly cheap. It was originally a console game, and it got absolutely slammed because it came out in a fairly poor state. However, whoa. You know, I'm on doing this stuff for a little bit, and it's nice. Nothing's happening. Now, not only is it rain, we have Ragnarok going on outside with all the lightning and stuff. This is, it's a little bit much. Anyway, so it's a nice little game. I'm actually enjoying it quite thoroughly. The only thing I would say is I do know a lot of people who have heard of that game or who have played it are probably already burnt out on it, if only because when it originally was released it was in an awful state. It was so awful that the company that made it went out of business. However, as it is now, I do think I am getting more than my $5 worth, so there's that. Alright, so let's go. Do we want to go out in the storm or do you want me to wait till day? Tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and wait till day and then we'll continue this intro. I'll be right back. Okay, so let's try this again. As you can see, I've been doing some work here on my little soon-to-be blood altar area. I kind of like the way this is shaping up, I really do. The living wood stuff right here, I'll be honest, I'm not totally sold on that. What I think I'm actually going to be doing is replacing this with some blood-stained blocks, or bricks or blocks, whatever they're called. They're a blood magic item you get by combining a shard that you get using a bound blade and stone. And I'm going to be needing a ton of those, and well, that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be getting that particular kind of stone, and maybe a little more work on this thing here. At the very least, what I need to do is actually lay out the ground level for this, which is right here, so that I can work on getting a way to get from this island to this one. I really don't want to do a portal considering how close this is, and I'm thinking a nice bridge might be okay. Failing that, I could probably do something interesting using the, there's these rituals that you can make in blood magic that basically launch you a set distance. I think one of those might be kind of neat. We'll have to see how well it works, though. For now, we are actually going to go ahead and head back over to the tower and see if we can fit inside of this hole without too much fidgeting. The answer is no, we can't fit in the hole. There we go. Alright, so what we need to do before we can do any of this stuff, we actually have to go ahead and create two things. One, I need a master ritual stone. I don't believe I have one. No, I don't. Alright, so let's see what we have here. This is obsidian, that's ritual stones, it's good. Let's go ahead and dump this stuff in here since we really don't need it. So, master ritual stone, that's good. We don't need that either, but we do want that back just in case. So that should be enough for what I need for that. I've already got a ritual diviner, which is good. It can't do dusk runes, but I don't need that at this moment. Right now, what I really need is the ability to just do basic stuff for the ritual of binding. I think it's binding. Alright, and I also need to make a weak activation crystal, which is used by this lava crystal here. Which, by the way, these things are fantastic items if you've never used it. Basically, it converts your life points, your LP network, into energy to be used in furnaces. It's pretty nice. If you have it running and you don't have any LP, it gives you some pretty nasty debuffs. I don't know if it kills you, but it will make you hate life. Alright. Let's turn that off. Alright, so let's go ahead and put that in there. This doesn't take too terribly much actual upkeep to do, so as long as we don't kill ourselves, we should be fine. So, right about there should be good. And what this should give us when it finishes doing its thing is the weak activation crystal, which would be kind of a reddish color. I gotta tell you, this freaks me out. When this thing rotates just right, you lose sight of it until it rotates back around again. There we go. So weak activation crystal. And I don't know if I need to bind this to myself. Yeah, okay, so it looks like I did. Okay, so that's good. Whoa. Alright, and we need to go get one last thing out of our system here. I believe this is a diamond sword. Just in case we're going to get two. Oh, I'm getting low on diamonds. I must have a backlog in my ore processing. You know I have a backlog in my ore processing because I haven't given it any lava. So 1, 2, and 3, just in case. While doing this, there is a chance that you might actually lose your sword just because of the nature of the ritual. I've done that once. I really don't want to do that again. Alright. And... Oh. It's got to turn that back on for that to work right. Alright, and for now what I'm thinking is I want to go ahead and set this thing up over in this spot. And it looks like that'll work. Yeah, this should work. Alright, so if we put this thing here... I need to remove... Do I need to remove any blocks? Let's find out. Full Spring, Nether, Green Grove, Containment... Oh. Can I, like, Control-Shift and go back? No, I can't. Alright. So what we needed was the ritual of binding. There are a ton of rituals. Containment, binding, there we go. So no, that's not going to work because there are blocks in the way. It's a 7x7 area, I believe. Well, roughly 7. And I think... Let's see. What spot is roughly equal distance? Right there. I think that gets it. Did I run out of stones? No, I didn't run out of stones. It's still not right, though. What am I missing? Unless I'm crazy, there should actually be stones below this, too. Oh, I know what it is. Okay, let's get rid of that for now. There we go. Perfect. Alright. So this is the ritual of binding. And I might actually be able to get away with having this left there and just putting the block on top of the ritual itself. So that might work actually quite well. Yeah, I think that'll do. I think that'll be pretty good, actually. Alright, so what we're going to do, we are going to go ahead and... I think I have to right-click this first, or do I... I'll be honest, I've done this once back in 1.6.4, so I'm not too terribly sure what I'm doing here. I should have more than enough LP in there. And we're going to drop the sword. Oh, ow, ow, ow. Oh, it's on fire, it's on fire. Oh, that hurt. Oh, there it is, Bound Blade. Fantastic. Holy cow, 1 health. 1 health, 1 health, 1 health. That was a lot closer than I care to admit. Let's go ahead and bind this thing to us. There we go. You know, I'm moderately curious if the Killer Joes over in the little lab area. I just about said in the Labrador area. In the laboratory area, I could use these guys. Let's go find out. The main thing I need to do, though, is we just need to spawn some stuff and see if we can kill some baddies. I've not done a lot of work over here as of the past week or so, mainly because I've been working on getting some stuff off of Galacticraft. I've still not gotten the Desh I need for that, though. And I bet you are completely out of hose. Yes, you are. I think the newer version of Ender.io can actually use Tinker's Construct tools like a Matic for a hoe and stuff. Oh, that's a lot of heads. And that's definitely something I need to look into doing if we can do it for this particular version, because they will last so much longer than the diamond hoes I've been making, plus I can repair them. Oh, you got a lot of levels, don't you? Alright, so we're going to see if this guy can use the sword. Okay, it's active. Let's put it in there. Yeah, it looks like he can. Alright, and let's go turn on the spawner. On the spawner, not off. Well, I gotta tell you that I'm really impressed at the rates this thing's getting. You really don't see that kind of spawn normally, so I mean, this is actually, it's a superb use of energy. What the heck? Be right back. Apparently it just took a little bit of time. I broke the glass to see if the spawner was doing anything, and upon right-clicking, it shows that it is in fact doing stuff. It's just going kind of slow, but I guess that's okay. The main thing we wanted to do is make sure that if we gave that sword to the Killer Joe, if those guys would drop shards. It looks like they may. They had kind of the red swirly effects on them that they would normally get by, well, I think they get when they're killed by the sword. I'm not honestly sure. Check it out. They do. That's awesome. Weak blood shard. That's pretty freaking neat. I didn't know that would work, and the fact that that does work I find amazing. Anyway, you use these guys to make empty sockets, which are used for making like the blood magic armor and stuff. I'm really not going to be touching that. For the most part, I'm quite happy with the Dark Solarian jet plate I have. The rest of my armor is not so great, but I mean, really, that jet plate's all I really need. You make the arcane pedestals, which I believe is used for the higher tier blood magic stuff. Let's see, armor inhibitor, key of binding. Yeah. And here's the things I wanted to make: the large bloodstone brick. I always mess those up. And I mean, it's literally 1 weak blood shard, 1 stone. You get 32 of those, so it's fairly cheap. And then there are a ton of recipes you can use this thing for, including the next tier of blood orb. Yeah, just tons and tons of stuff. I think these are used for a lot of the ritual stuff, the spell shaping stuff. I've never actually touched the blood magic spell system. It's a little bit daunting. And if you have a Master Blood Orb, you can combine 1 weak blood shard and 1 imbued slate to get 5 weak blood shards. It's pretty nice. However, this is quite effective if noisy. Oh yeah. The good news is, though, this actually gives me some wood to make some hose for this guy. Let's make some hose. There's so much freaking nether wart in that farm, it doesn't really matter. Okay, let's go ahead, take the bound blade back, give it the etheric sword. And we're going to want to turn this guy off because while we're using it, I believe... Yeah, well, right now we're slowly draining LP. So let's go ahead and turn that off. we should be okay now. Alright, so we are going to go get some stone. I do not actually have any over there, so let's come over here. I know I have plenty in my ME system. Alright, so let's go ahead and put that away. We'll keep the, get rid of that. Get rid of that. All that jazz, we don't need it. Alright, so we have 7 of these. For now, we're just going to go ahead and use all 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, because that's going to get me about 3.5 stacks. Okay, let's be honest, that's exactly 3.5 stacks. So you can make this right now as the large bloodstone brick block form, or you can make the bloodstone brick form. The names are kind of confusing, but they are what they are. What I want is the one that I have currently right now that kind of looks like a red lapis. It's got that nice little carved block thing going for it. And do I have a carpenter's hammer on me? I think it's over here. Yeah, so where this dirt is right now should be these guys, which includes here too. Like that. Go down the hole. Oh, hover. Go off hover. Alright, so what I need is a carpenter's hammer, and I need that hammer so that I can actually peel off the blocks that I've already placed down. There's none in there. Of course there isn't. And there's no carpenter blocks in here either. Oh well, so I tell you what, let's actually just go ahead and start with this stuff then. We'll work from the bottom facing up so that we don't accidentally take away some stuff that we need to save. And we're only getting rid of the actual living wood itself, not the carpenter things yet. So, oops. Got a little overeager right there. Now, I kind of think this is going to look pretty nice. It might be a little bit too much of a difference in color because we're going to be having kind of a blackish gray. The bonish color for the living rock, and then a really, really bright red. But we also have like a kind of a purple thing going on here with the carpenter's block that I have. Since those are set into the wall a little bit, I think it'll look pretty neat. I want to try to avoid having a building that's just one color. It's pretty much all my stuff I make, it tends to be one color. I'm not so good at the arts. I try, but I'm not so good. Sorry, dirt, you're going away. Alright, and you're going away too. See, it's moments like... Oops, I didn't want to take that out. It's moments like this that I miss a wand of equal trade. Alright, so I missed those sections right there. We're going to go ahead and turn this down to slow, or normal. Normal works. Just because we don't want to take everything out when we remove it. Alright, and let's see how this looks instead. I gotta tell you, right now I am already liking this much, much more than the living wood. If only because it stands out a lot better and it doesn't look so dirty. Though it may be very red compared to what some people may like. I think this is definitely doable though. I wonder if there's any other rituals that we can do today to just mess around with, see how they work. For right now, if I want to make a new one, I pretty much have to either break this thing down or create more of those ritual stones. And I could make more stones. It probably wouldn't be a bad idea. You know what? No, I know it wouldn't be a bad idea. I need to get a stockpile of those things because they are incredibly useful. See how this looks. Oh yeah, yeah. I really do like that red. And once I get the staircases over here fixed up and actually have the red going all the way down, that'll look a lot better. I am impressed. Let's get you back on there. And just for the oh yeah, that's so much better. I do like that. It really pops. Oh, I feel bad for saying that. Oh yeah, and this is over here. This is actually chiseled obsidian. I think it's the organic pattern one, whatever. It looks really neat. It looks kind of like scales, or kind of like a fungus wall or something. It's pretty cool. All right, so what do we want to go ahead and hit up next? You know what? We need to find the digital miner, and we need to get our butt to Mars. We also need another dimensional transceiver. So tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and make those guys up as well as find the digital miner, and I'll be right back. Welcome back to Mars. It's still cold here and it still sucks. What we're going to do is set up the nice little digital miner that I have here ready to go. In an effort to save myself any aggravation of setting up an actual base, we're just going to set something up off the ground here. Looks like a good height. See how high we're at, like Y97 up there or so that's not too bad. That should be fine. I want to be high enough that I don't need to really worry about spawns, but I want to be low enough that the digital miner will actually be able to get everything. It should be okay like this. The main thing that I need to do is make sure that I actually include a light source up here. That would be a stupid mistake, and that is the kind of mistake I am known to make. Alright, and for now, let's see what that is. So one more row on each side. Alright. There we go, and we'll just put a glowstone in each corner. Nice and bright. I'm also in range to be a target, but we'll be okay for now. We're going to put this guy down, like right here. Okay. And on his little exhaust port butt area is where we're going to be putting the dimensional transceiver. I think he can receive power through that face. I'm not sure. I hope it can. And I should stop calling it a he. It's not a he. It's a hunk of fake metal. Alright, so first things first, we need to get NEI turned off so that I can actually access some of the stuff on this. Inventory, NEI disabled. Alright, so we want to receive power from, I believe it's secondary is actually the one I want. Yeah, secondary. Okay, good. Let's configure this. So it doesn't show the digital miner, but it should be this face right here is going to be pulling. Yeah, it's actually, no, that should be okay. And do you have power? You have power, good. And it's going to be sending mining rig. Alright, so what we're going to do is go ahead and get this. We want to go config. Right now that's looking for railcraft stuff, which is not what we need. So let's go ahead and delete that, go for new filter. I think we just go ahead and pull up everything in the way of ores. So ore asterisk. It's been a while since we've actually done this. Now I don't know if this will get Desh. I hope it will, but we're going to find out. And how far can I make that radius? 32. Alright. So what we'll do then is just go ahead, leave it like that, go back, tell it start. How much are you using? 384, that's not bad. And it's definitely ticking down stuff, so it's got to be sending it. See, iron, copper, tin. As long as this gets Desh, we'll be good. I hope it gets Desh. I hope it does. Alright, and right now this stuff's not getting pulled out because the filtering system is not set to handle it. Let's go ahead and get a little bit of a safety thing here. And Blue's down there just doing his little slug thing. Well, he's not a slug, it's a slimeling, but it may as well be a slug. It is that useful. And this is the final layer of protection. Should stop any skeletons from trying to play sniper. Let's go turn that off. There we go. Unfortunately, this is not good for the eyes. There's no good visuals, but it is safe, and well, safety's... I like safety. So we're getting iron, we're getting copper, we're getting tin. We have yet to get any Desh. There is a good possibility that the Desh is not actually in iron, copper, tin, iron. So it's rolled over to a new stack of iron. Let's go ahead and turn NEI back on real quick. Enabled. And will this show if Desh is actually in the ore dictionary? Smelting. You know, I don't think it is in the ore dictionary. I think I might need to manually go get a Desh thing myself. Oh. So I believe if we go over to that dungeon I was at the other day, I can actually go find some. Okay, so this probably looks a little bit familiar. One of the first things to take note of is we are actually no longer on my server. I was getting a weird little crash bug. Every time I'd come into this area, my server would basically freeze up and then lock me out. So I went ahead and just downloaded my world again, and that was a heck of a download. Not looking forward to uploading again. I might just keep it locally, actually. It's that much of a pain in the butt. I think I have a spare computer I can run this on when I'm not playing, if I don't want my computer going 24/7. Anyway, it should be okay. But I was here before, and I tried to get some Desh. It turns out you need Silk Touch. So the digital miner so far, it's definitely not pulling it from what I've seen, and I'm already... Where's the hole? So I definitely need to get one of these guys to prime it, and I'm going to need all of the Desh I can get for all of the fancy things that we can make. There he goes over here. The downside by coming back, by downloading my world to my computer, I lost all my waypoints, so I'm a little bit lost in some of these spots. The good news, though, is so far everything seems to be working okay. It's actually running better than I thought it would, considering I am both recording, playing, and hosting the world on one computer. Alright, so it's got nothing in there. Iron, copper, tin, iron, copper, yeah. So no, he's not doing anything useful. We're going to go config, new filter, item stack, and we want to tell it Desh. Save. Go back and start. Oh, that's a lot better. It's almost about 1,000 of them. And it's just getting Desh everywhere. Now, so Desh, can you actually do any kind of like additional processing with this stuff? So you can smelt it into an ingot. So that looks like it's it. You can only do that. Okay. How about the unrefined Desh? No, just multiple smeltings. Alright, so basically I just need to let this thing go for a little bit. Let's just put that in there for good measure. And let's get off this terrible, terrible planet. Come on, don't crash. There we go. All right. So that is going good. So we're actually getting Desh now, which is good, and it's about time. Let's Oh, you came with me, Blue. Oh, that's so nice. You know what? Since we got this little guy here, let's see if he actually does eat doors. Okay, he didn't follow me down here. Let's go get some doors. We got 5. That should be enough for a young slimeling on the go. I wonder if he's like going to die from being here. You little magic slimeling. Alright, so do I like... Can I like give it to you, or... Do I just like drop it and do you eat it? Or do I need to like right click you with the item? Oh, check that out. Grow, strengthen, heal. Alright, tell it to heal. So what happens if I tell it to strengthen? Attack damage, 0.75. And what, you just spam doors on them? 125. Favorite food, and if you feed it enough, the food changes. Interesting. Okay. And it looks like it slowly grows over time. I wonder if you can breed different colors to create like your ideal color slimeling. That's interesting. That's totally not what I wanted to do, but that's interesting. Anyway, what I wanted to check out real quick is just to see some of the stuff that we can actually use the Desh for. So let's go ahead and pull up the Desh ingot, I believe. Or is it plate? I think maybe plate. So yeah, atmospheric valve, we don't really need that. The arc lamps are kind of interesting, but they're not my goal. Let's see. Nor is the Desh armor. What I did want is I want a launch controller so that I can automate stuff flying back and forth, if only for looks. I think it'll be pretty neat. We don't want any of the armor stuff or the Desh sticks. Alright, so that means it must be a plate. Let's see, so plates will get me terraformer. Okay, so I definitely want the cryogenic chambers. They are basically beds, except they are very sci-fi looking. Let's go to this. And then once we have this, we can combine the Desh, compressed Desh with the heavy-duty plates to make the Tier 3 heavy-duty plates, which is what you need for a Tier 3 rocket to get to asteroids, which is where I believe you get titanium. Yeah, I could have sworn there was something else that I wanted to use the Desh for, and I honestly can't think of what it is at the moment. Because my end goal for this stuff is to get the, what is this, a walkway? Yeah, there we go. Walkie-talkie walkway. And this stuff takes compressed titanium, which is not too terribly cheap. Because to get this stuff, you have to go to asteroids, and, well, once I get there, I mean, the digital miner's going to take care of any real issues. It's a matter of getting there. Which means I need to take on some more of those dungeons, and I need to, well, I need to make a lot more plates and stuff. So, I'm not looking forward to that part. Definitely going to be using some portals to get back and forth, because it is a long flight. Anyway, I want to go ahead and thank you for watching this episode of Bevo's Tech Pack. It's a little bit of an odd one, but they all are really. I mean, let's be honest, they're all odd. I am going to be doing some more work on the little blood altar there between episodes, and hopefully I'll be able to finish it off, or at least get the vast majority of the shell of it done, so that we'll actually be able to start setting up the blood altar on the island. And then maybe work on trying to get some beacons for this guy. I think it'd be pretty neat once we have some stuff showing. The only problem I'm going to run into is that this thing right here is right on top of a beacon. So that beacon will not work as long as this ritual is set up here. Just realize that. That's terrible. Oh, is he going to follow me everywhere? Sit. Okay, stay there. I mean, I could probably... No, I can't move this at all. This is exactly That fits exactly. There's no moving that. Oh well, I'll think of something. At least I think I'll think of something. Alright, anyways, thank you for watching. Have a good day.